United States Department of Agriculture. ISO19115 metadata contains many separate components that facilitate reuse. Because many sections of metadata can repeat, metadata creators may prepare reusable components to save time and facilitate consistency. When repeating these components, context is defined through code lists. A code list is a list of choices that apply to a particular section of metadata. Code lists are used in a wide variety of ISO 19115 sections to clarify the purpose of that information. Does a date represent when the data was created or when the data was published? Can a list of keywords be categorized as part of a theme, a place, or series of instruments? If you visit a URL, will you find information, downloads, or file access? Where a contact is mentioned, how are they involved with this project? Are they the principal investigator, a processor, the general data point of contact? How often are metadata or data collected or updated? Hourly, weekly, annually? Is the work completed or ongoing? Or perhaps the project is under development? What scope does the information represent? A data set, a model, a series, or perhaps software? What is the high-level category of the information? Could it fall under more than one category? Are there handling restrictions, such as unclassified, restricted, or top secret? What usage restrictions should users be aware of? Is the information subject to trademarks, licenses, or copyrights? These are only a few of the available choices ISO 19115 offers. To see the full list of available code lists and their definitions, visit the International Organization for Standardization's website. Responsible party segments are perhaps one of the most reusable sections of ISO 19115 metadata. All responsible party instances throughout the metadata ask for the same information, formatted the same way. Code lists play a key part in allowing this reuse by specifying the party's role in each specific instance without having to change any core metadata information. The responsible party or contact code list role codes describe participation over the entire data lifecycle. These are only some of the available role codes that can be assigned to a point of contact. Each one has a definition to help the metadata creator choose the most appropriate role for a given contact. While you don't need to include every role code in your metadata records, approaching these roles in terms of citations and reusability may help focus on the most important aspects of the metadata to cover. For instance, it's important to give credit to the principal investigators or authors, as well as the publisher for basic citation purposes. Designating a point of contact is also key, so potential users know where to direct questions. Viewing some of the available role codes in terms of the data lifecycle graphic helps illustrate the comprehensive nature of these role codes. Some role codes can span across multiple steps in the data lifecycle, but this diagram provides a basic idea of how the roles correspond to each step. The responsible party segment of metadata contains quite a lot of information. Individual name, position, organization, email, phone, address, website, and a lot more make up these segments. The formation of this segment stays roughly the same throughout the metadata record as the information repeats for different purposes. If the same person is designated for more than one role, the information in these segments can be reused. Only the role code would need to change. The roll code provides context for how the individual or organization was involved within the data lifecycle. Let's look at this same segment of responsible party metadata with my own information. If you search through NAL's geodata catalog, you'll find my responsible party information in hundreds of instances. My core information stays exactly the same for every record in the system. However, my role varies depending on my contribution. I created a lot of the metadata records in the catalog. For those, I'm the metadata author. As NAL's metadata librarian for geospatial initiatives, I appear as the point of contact for many records. In some instances, I process data in terms of leading digitization projects and appear as the processor. Creating this excerpt of metadata once and then inserting it into the designated spot in the records with an appropriate roll code not only saves time, but promotes consistency in the records as well. If you have questions about code lists or reusable metadata components, contact us at nal-geodata@ars.usda.gov. USDA is an equal opportunity provider, employer, and lender.